right, once again, yemo kwa bebiem Emra Sportsling Ghana so na ensebebre na ekoso ewo blasters akache ministry na akache ene de keka ho nyina no ebusua ye ba ne ba besomo na one thing na me person me put it across ema obibia eti asese blasters team no ene accountability de ebusua obi ani de achi pa na ye bisa se unity cup ya yekobo ye sikasai ene piemu sikasai ena Ghana enseka na sikasan ena eko efe no ene ministry no akache we eye question na ye bisa na ye se bisa se Otto Addo report by say sika arrears ahodo e ka na ye de omu nyina no yetua si yetua the question here ene say sikasan salary Otto Addo ne monthly salary no eye say how much is he earning John Pinsto how much and ye did the taxpayers money etua ne ka Joseph Lawman as say no yese ono ya pam no sika say ene di tua ne ka then Wilfred Schaefer the new technical advisor how much is he earning ebusuya yanko na yenko tisa enkumo wi a coach Christopher Nimley ekoboye na nensam ne de eyasemo yanko na yenko tie coach ensemo a odi tudwa
Kofi Adams, Honorable Kofi Adams, he's done very, very well. Like Gabby rightly said, he's completely created his own set far away from the rest. I hope it is something that he extends beyond the Black Stars.
Yeah. Huh.
We need to go down there to the juvenile teams. Very, very important. Because in this country, we know that where the important area of football is not the apex of the game.
Yep.
It's the foundation of the game. And like Susu rightly said, if there are monies to be spent, we should spend it
On the development phase.
the development phase,
Yep.
not at the senior level.
Nope.
I agree with Susu when he says the FA should be proactive enough
I'm trying to find their list
to
of
make
sponsors on the
proper
website.
money that will enable
For the
them
Black Stars.
cater
Yeah.
for the Black Stars than the Black Queens. The Black Stars and the Black Queens, even their kit sponsors, I think monies from that can be used to settle our coaches. I stand to be corrected on, but I remember during the days of Kwesi Nyantakyi, one of the as part of the Puma deals, the coaches were also given some percentage, and then the country would just add a bit more to sort them out. But my problem here, you are giving the taxpayers money to these coaches. They deserve it. Nobody should get me wrong. Benketia, as we speak, the gross disrespect shown to the people of the country, of this country, on how much money Otto Addo earns, how much money John Pencil earns, how much money Fatal Dauda earns, we don't know.
Have no idea.
We have no idea. So I don't expect any of the coaches to come and tell us that the amount of money they've given is not up to what it should be. How do we fight your cause? How do we tell the ministry that, look, you've cheated this person and therefore go and give him what is due him? How do we? Abumo. Because
You are collecting my money, but you are treating the matter like
as if
like
say
a state secret.
that is it.
Meanwhile, it is my money.
Meanwhile, it is our money. I know Honorable Kofi Adams,
Yep.
although he was not consulted when Schaefer and those people were employed,
Yeah.
but he got the power. He's got the power to have told them that, look,
We cannot
can't
hide
afford
this,
it, so we
Yep.
cannot hide this.
Yep.
We are the paying masters.
Yep. That's exactly what I was saying.
So that is no excuse. But the problem here is that we come here, Schaefer, how much is he being paid?
We have no idea.
We don't know.
Probably
the
50K or
the
more.
most transparent
No, it
sports
was-
organization in Ghana.
Yeah.
We don't know.
The last time we heard, they said 65. Those were the
The
reports.
technical
65
director is
times.
any more than the head
Yeah.
coach.
Can you imagine?
In fact, we also according to reports, I think it
Complete
was
circles.
60,000.
Complete
So,
circles.
Mr. Minister, you see, when we are giving $50,000 out to Otto Addo, $65,000 to a 78-year-old man. Come on.
Come on, dear. Come
on, man. You have to be very open and transparent on these matters. No, I went to Tumu. Last week I was in Tumu. What I saw, Jesus Christ.
It was a nice song.
Look, without saying Sabita Frache, if you are in Accra, you think Accra is Ghana.
Very, very true.
You think Accra is Ghana.
Very true.
There are people in this country that need those money to go and change their life. But politicians, God will bless you. Listen to me, I'm saying God will bless, because if you can leave your people in those states, come to Accra after they voted for you, put your children in international schools, your family, your wives, your everybody live good, and you go back and you see the way people are living. In Ketia, I visited the school of my brother, our former colleague, Fentio Tairu Fentio. Fentio primary school nete no ameta blog no kakasi oni. Same Benjamin, there's no chair. I saw the teachers bungle. I said, Jesus Christ, you put me in there, my soul will die before my body will enter. I'm telling you honestly. Today you are paying Schaefer $65,000. He comes once every 3 months. But every month he's collecting. Who signed those deals? Honorable Kofi Adams, who approved those deals? Who did that?
Very soon we'll hear that hit to his money is in arrears.
You've paid them. That is the right thing to do. Once you pay them the money. But the people of Ghana needs to know. No more. We need to know. I know how much money my Excellency John Dramani Mahama earns. So we know. I know how much money the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Right Sumano Bagby, I know how much he earns. Why are you keeping how much Otto Addo, how much John Pencil, how much Fatal Dada, how much Schaefer? Why are you keeping it away from the people of
Even
Ghana?
the Speaker of Parliament and the President.
We know how much they earn. Please show us a bit respect.
This is from the most transparent association according to them.
Look at these people.
Yeah.
Oh no more. Chidan Kofi Adams, he's taking a bold step, but it's very incomplete. He needs to complete it. He needs to reveal these deals to us. Coaches, why are you ashamed? Why you don't want people to know how much money you earn?
No, they don't. You know, sometimes when
You don't want people to know.
sometimes when people hear, people worry you.
What is he saying?
This is how some family members remember they have school fees to pay.
No, it doesn't matter. But you should cut your coat according to your size.
They worry you. As for not putting their money out in
No,
public.
you know how? Look, the Jemefa Commission for which I worked for. One thing that was so clear: nobody takes the Black Stars of Ghana or any of our national teams on a money-making spree
without accountability.
Honorable Kofi Adams, don't allow Keto Kreku and people to take our national team out. You see the money you are paying. So here is saying the Black Stars is lucrative enough to manage.
I'm trying to find you
because
the full list of sponsors.
The money that will come out from this can be some of the money can be used to pay the coaches for the next 6 months. You should stop what you are doing. Be transparent. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, so far so good. We don't want any element to move away from the level of transparency of the president. So please, Honorable Kofi Adams, when you come down to Ghana, the moment you land like this, in 2 weeks,
move in the spirit of
we should
transparency.
move in the spirit of transparency. Tell us how much money was involved in this campaign and how we benefited as a country, and where the money will be deposited. You are talking about fund. Gabby, you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sports fund.
National sports fund.
These are some of the means with which we can put money into those sports funds.
Now let me just finish off.
Chano manya blawo.
Let me
I just want to add a little bit to what coach said. And the foolish budgets we do that are more than the prize money for tournaments. It should stop.
All those nonsense will have to stop.
How can you budget for something and the money you have money to use? Even if you want the tournament, it won't reach. How can you do that? We need to stop that nonsense.
So you see, the Black Stars. I like the issue you brought about internally generated funds. Look, if you have GMPC as a primary sponsor, hold on, Goyle, KGL, there's MTN. Look, these are not small boys. They are not small players in the industry.
When the Black Star qualified to the World Cup, it got to
the sponsors. Then Minister.
These are the big ones I can even remember.
Yeah. This one said transfer the money to my account. This one said transfer the money to the ministry account.
When we're going for the Qatar World Cup,
we saw this.
I don't know if you remember.
We remember.
I think some few months to the Black Stars leaving, or I think they left or something like that. That period, we did the GFA launched back to back.
1 week, one launch. 1 week, one launch. 1 week, one launch.
Well,
anyway,
all those money.
We hope that we can get accountability in the next 2 weeks.
All right, there was also issues about blasters and its transparency in the Tembiana and Semna Koye Pinso, na Koye Bibi Oho, and Semno and a Winya Bia Wuti. Now we want to know how much we're able to accumulate as far as a unit cap na a concern. Say any yenya, saying the spending and saying the komu, saying na eba ministry no akache. These are things that we need to know and we must know from the ministry's office and as well as the GFA's office. Na yehudi echo and near eba. Now Otto Addo, Schaefer, Joseph, John Presto and other guys na kano. How much are they earning? Almost salary say Mama yehu. Abusia obaswa. Chewa jene comment section ho. Emame.